Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm not going to take my entire 5 minutes here, but I wanted to come to this floor after hearing about, experiencing, and reading some reports of what happened here today in the nation's capital to some of the finest servants that this institution has ever seen by some of these teabagger protesters who have been out today. It's one thing to have disagreements on policy. It's one thing to have disagreements on political philosophy and how that is implemented and the role, either more or less, of government and what the government role and responsibility may be. But today, we had several members of Congress, as they were walking from this chamber back to their office, get spit upon, get called derogatory racial remarks, derogatory remarks about a member of Congress's sexual orientation. That is unacceptable. And I am calling upon, Mr. Speaker, that the Republicans who spoke at this Tea Party today and who have supported this movement to come out and condemn this Tea Party. This behavior is irresponsible. It does not belong in a civilized society. It shows that many people in this country want to divide this country, want to seek out our differences and not what unites us. It's a shame. One of those members was John Lewis, one of the greatest civil rights leaders this country has ever seen. And let me say this in closing, that baseball bats and dogs and fire hoses didn't stop John Lewis from the last cause that he had, and spitting on members and calling them names is not going to stop the progress of this bill. Have your disagreements about our philosophies, but let's conduct ourselves in a responsible way, not spitting on members of Congress. Disagree with them. Give them your ideas. Calling them names, one of the greatest civil rights leaders in the history of the United States of America has to walk as a member of Congress from the House chamber to his office and get worried about getting spit upon, getting called the N-word. The Republican Party needs to distance themselves from this kind of behavior. It is irresponsible. It diminishes this office. It diminishes this country. And we call on the Republicans to say shame on the Tea Party for that type of behavior.